All right, guys, what's up? So this is kind of my rant. I've been thinking about this one long and hard. And yesterday, I mixed up my words a lot. I don't speak perfect. I have dyslexia, so when I read, I scramble things up anyways. So a lot of things come out weird. And I was watching that video over yesterday, and so many things just came out. However, how I didn't want them to, I guess is the best way to say it. On just the state of things as far as with the Andrew Tate thing and just why that is such a big deal and people should be more interested in than they are. The first things first is I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate says. And I think that I posted that and that was the first thing that people said. They're like, oh, you're an Andrew Tate fan. Like, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan. I don't really have anybody that inspires me or I look up to other than my grandfather. Outside of that, there's nobody that influences the way that I choose to live my life. I live my life how I choose to live it. If I want to do something, if I think something's right, that's okay because it's how I feel, right? That is Andrew Tate in a nutshell. And the problem with it is that Andrew Tate has now gained such a big voice in this world, in this community. I mean, like, everybody pretty much knows who he is right now. And because he has such a big voice and he does not care and he does what he wants to do and he lives his life how he wants to live it, people are mad about it. And if you don't understand anything in this world, you should really be opening up and be more conscious to the fact that we live in a place, in a world, in a government, in a society that tries to control everything that we do, tries to influence the way we live our lives. They mandate vaccines and all these things, and they tell us for so many different reasons that it's for our safety, for its national security, it's to protect us. It's so that it's not, it's all for their own hidden agendas, you know. Everybody pretty much knew that the LGTB, you know, excuse me for all your lettering, community is what is important. Like, y'all are important because you're human beings. That's the thing. Like, that's what's annoying. Like, y'all are important because you're human beings. It's not because you are bisexual or binary or transgender. It's because you're a human being that you should have rights and things like that. I think the problem is we've segregated rights by color and it's such a stupid thing, you know. We shouldn't have, everybody is entitled to certain human rights, and it doesn't matter what gender you choose and all of these things. And I'm getting a little bit off on a tangent on that, but that's just something I think about all the time. You know, with Andrew Tate, the first things first that I always hear is he's misogynistic, he assaults women, he rapes women, all these things. And those are really, really, really big things to be judging someone when you don't even know anything. And most of us don't. I don't either. So I can't even speak on it as much as I want to. But the things that I do know is I do know that there was a woman that he got in some altercation with. She's come out twice now and said that that was a sexual thing. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm a man who has been with some freaky women. And there's some freaky women out there that love to be treated in a very unique and unusual way that most people would find very wrong, but they love it. So it's hard to sit here and judge people and say that that's sexual assault or that's this or that. It could be anything. You don't really know what it is at the end of the day. And so that first and foremost is my biggest problem, is that a lot of people are saying this and that about him, but we don't know that much about him. This man doesn't have an Instagram for his voice. He doesn't have a TikTok for his voice. He doesn't even have a Facebook for his voice. He has a website for his voice. And yet all you do is see him on TikTok, Instagram, Tinder, whatever, everything. You see this man on every single platform because that's how powerful of an impact he's having. And when someone with a very, very, very big impact on the world is not controlled by any entity, people have a problem with that. And I think that that's the biggest issue. You see a man who chose to live out of the United States because he doesn't choose to live underneath this type of government. Respect to him. He did it. Like, good job. He's living in a government that he approves of and likes, that accepts him and the way he chooses to live his life. Like, the only people that have a problem with him, from what I can tell, is, yes, your beta males, is your men that don't have any masculine features whatsoever, are more like submissive towards women. I'll say this, I'll be very open. In the bedroom, I'm a dominant person. Like, in the bedroom, I'm a dominant person. I like to be submissive every now and then, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I like a woman to kind of take charge, tell me what she want me to do, and okay, I'll do it. But at the end of the day, I'm the dominant man. I'm the alpha male. And Andrew Tate is an alpha male. An alpha, sigma, whatever you beta, it doesn't matter. What you're seeing is you're seeing only the guys who, one, are at home behind their computer screens live streaming. Those are usually the ones that are talking negatively about Andrew Tate. But the other side of it is women who are feeling like Andrew Tate is talking down to them, and then yet you have such educated and sophisticated women coming out right now talking about how everything Andrew Tate is saying is something that we need in society. So it's extremely hard. You're even having feminists make videos about Andrew Tate getting banned, saying that it was wrong, saying that that is taking away his rights, which is never what it was about. And that's true. Like, you're taking away someone's rights and freedoms because you don't like what he's doing. Do you realize that? Do you realize that all we've ever tried to do in our world is give people rights and freedoms to be able to be who they want to be? Do you not realize that the whole community of people that are against him all are fighting for their rights to be who they want to be? And then there's someone that's so confident in who they are that you tear them down and you try and cancel him and all these things. It's truly sad to see, because that man is not focused on anybody. He doesn't live his day. He doesn't wake up thinking about Cameron. He doesn't wake up thinking about the president. He doesn't wake up thinking about he wakes up and thinks about himself. And unfortunately, there's so many people that wake up every single day and they think about him and give a crap about what he's doing and saying and influencing and all. It's jealousy, it's envy, it's all of that. It's wishing you had what he has. I saw one thing, it was so funny, bro. It was a TikTok, and it was like, Andrew Tate this, Andrew Tate this, Andrew Tate this. And he's like, but you still don't have a Bugatti. And it just made me laugh, because it's like, the people who are really hating on him in a big way, and I'm not saying it's everybody, but the people who are hating him in a big way don't have 90% of the stuff this man has in his life. And it's just like, you wonder, is it jealousy and envy and hate, or is it really him doing something wrong? So with Andrew Tate, that's my first and foremost. It's a man who's doing his own thing, not really trying to push anything on any one person, just has an influence and is using his influence to make himself more secure, which I respect. And then you have all of these people hating against him, wanting to cancel him, thinking it's a good thing, hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. I don't think it's a good thing. And there's so many people out there like this in this world. And so it's like, you just have to let it roll. But sometimes, yeah, you have to stand up and be like, yo, like, I don't agree with what you're saying about me. I don't like how you're doing this and that. And that was one of the things that got Andrew Tate in trouble, was he never discredited all the things that people were saying against him. And he even says it in an interview. He's like, I'm so confident and so knowing of what I've done that I don't care what everybody else says that I've done, because I know what I've done, so it does not bother me. But by not acknowledging it, it has somehow been a detriment to him, even though he knows that it's all lies and it's not true. And that is something that I feel so hard in my life from a personal experience, you know. In my personal life, I remember there was a point in time where I was screaming, crying, and begging, and I mean this, like the most beta Cameron, screaming, crying, yelling, wishing, wanting for this person to hear me, to listen to me, to believe me, because I'm telling you the truth. I don't know why you don't believe me. I'm trying so hard. And then it clicked. Like a couple years back, it clicked, bro. It just clicked. I woke up one day and I was like, Cameron, you know you don't do those things. You know you don't go out and party. You know you don't treat women with disrespect. You know you don't have 40 hoes on the phone that you're texting every day. You know you're not going and doing this. You know you're not treating anybody with disrespect. You know you're like, I know all of these things because I live my life. I wake up and I see it through my eyes. So it's extremely hard when you have a mindset that just doesn't really care about any of the things, but there's just, by you not caring, it's also hurting you too. So it's extremely hard, you know, when you look at it from the outside in. Nobody knows what's going on in your personal life. Nobody knows what I'm dealing with in my day-to-day life. You only know as much as I show you. And if I don't show you things, you come up with things on your own. And that's all that's happening right now, is people are putting out things and saying this and saying, okay, blah, blah. But it's like, you're literally regurgitating what you heard from someone else, who heard that from someone else, who heard that from someone else, heard that from someone else. You saw a TikTok where a girl said, in this 2004 article, this happened, and you were like a fucking genius now. All of a sudden, you're like, yeah, in that 2004 article, they were doing this. Like, nobody, you didn't fucking read the 2004 article. Shut the, you know, like, it's just, that is our society now. You all think you're scientists, mathematicians, know-it-alls because you saw a TikTok or YouTube or, you know, like, bro, Stop it. Stop it. You make yourself look foolish by doing that. I'm confident in one thing and one thing really only. I know that I'm a great poser. I know that very few people in this world can touch my posing abilities. I know that. So when people come up to me and they tell me about posing, they tell me what I should do or should I not do, I sit there and I listen. But I don't really take it in, because respectfully, you're telling someone who is very superior to you at something how to do something that they already are superior at. And it's for someone who is successful, who has attained what you're telling them they need to do, like, it just is laughable. But most respectable people don't laugh at you. They sit there and they listen and they go, oh, thank you, you know, I appreciate that. Yeah. You know, but the inside, they're like, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. Like, you know, and I get that all the time. People tell me I should do this, tell me I should do that. People tell me I should do this, that. I want to live my life how I want to live it. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care if you think I'm using steroids. I literally know I'm not using steroids. I don't even know what half the names of them are. I don't know how to inject them. I don't know the frequency in which I need to inject them. I don't know anything. You can say that I know things. You can say he's using steroids. You can say, look at these insertion marks. You can say, how does this? You can say all of that. It does not matter, because at the end of the day, I know what I know and you don't know what you think you know. And so with the Andrew Tate thing, I think it's a lot of just trying to control someone who hasn't been controlled up to this point. He has created a life for himself. He's said it many times. He has created a life for himself where he gets to live and do the things that he's always wanted to do. And I applaud him for that. So no, I'm not a freaking Andrew Tate fan. I'm not over here like, oh, you know, on this guy, but at the end of the day, I think it's wrong for you to take away someone's voice. It's just so crazy, because it's just not right. And so those are my feelings on everything. I just wish we would go back to a place where people mind their own fucking business. Like, I don't really worry about what anybody else does but me. As far as everything goes in my life, I'm just trying to make it another month, basically. Financially, I'm not doing crazy, but we're about to get into a really big month. I'm about to sign a new deal. I'm super excited about talking about it. I'm probably gonna make another YouTube video next week on this topic in particular. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, my rants. I literally came out to, I don't even know where. I just drove for like 30 minutes and saw this was like really cool wooded trees and it was beautiful. So I was like, let me just rant here. So this is my rant. Hope you enjoyed the talk. Until next time, make sure to like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below, respectful comments, you know, like, hey, thought this was really important, but or hey, this is something that I experienced that I don't know, you know, I want to see better comments. I want to see good comments, and I want to see more of you comment down below. Catch you next time.